What are the best snacks and candy in Germany? From nutty chocolate to sour gummies to packaged sausages, Germany has a lot of sweet and savory options. Today, we are eating the best of the best that Germany has to offer.
What's up, guys? We are Deanna and Phil. Deanna's from the United States and I'm from Germany, and we are currently living in Germany. And in this video, we are going to try Germany's best snacks and candy. We're gonna eat a lot of sugar, so we need some drinks for in between.
More sugar.
Yes, more sugar in the form of the most German drink of all time. It's Fanta Orange.
How to spot a German abroad. They're drinking Fanta.
If you see somebody abroad ordering a Fanta and you were wondering where he's from, don't wonder anymore. He is German. But check it out, the Fanta here is just way more yellow than the one in the US. And I think you became a fan, didn't you?
Yes, also because Fanta tends to be the same price, if not cheaper, than still water here at the restaurants, so I end up ordering a Fanta often now. Tastes like Fanta.
It's pretty good, but not like the US Fanta.
Nope.
Then we're gonna start right up with a iconic one, and this one is called Knoppers. They sell it in this packs of 8, like so, and you gotta rip them apart, and in the advertisements always say, morgens halb 10 in Deutschland. So they promote it a little bit as a
morning snack.
As a morning snack to eat at 9:30 a.m. If you're German, you know when you rip these apart,
they break.
They break, dude. You always crumble that. And this thing is one of my absolute favorites.
They have a little tab with little red marks for opening there.
And we're crumbling already. There you see it, different layers. There's a little bit of milk chocolate stuff in there. And it's crunchy, chocolatey, nutty. I like it.
I like the hazelnutty part of it. I like the chocolate, I like the wafer, I like the milk, and how there's like a pretty decent cream layer that goes through it. After living here for years and not eating candy every day, but trying a lot of the German candy, I really do like Knoppers. I think it's one of the better ones, definitely.
I'll let you open the big competitor, which is our next item, which is of course Hanuta.
So Hanuta is actually from Ferrero, which is an Italian company, but it's very popular here in Germany. And I personally think that it is the better Knoppers.
I do not think. I think Knoppers is better than Hanuta.
We have to agree to disagree in this house, but just, oh, look at the packaging already, just better. Where's the crumble?
So I wanted to say, disclaimer here, not all of this is German produced, but it is what we grew up in. So these are the most consumed, most popular candies and snacks in Germany.
But more importantly, the best in our opinion.
Yes.
But this is one I always go back to, and this is one I absolutely recommend and bring back for friends and family. I think you can get it sometimes in the US, but not all the time. And it's a
little simpler than the Knoppers. It's just this hazelnut cream in between.
Without the milk cream, so I think that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, and Hanuta actually stands for Haselnusstafel. If you didn't know that, leave a like.
This to me is 10 out of 10.
So it's like a crunchy dry wafer, and then this is like hazelnut chocolate mixed cream in the center.
Look at this hazelnut cream. It's like chocolatey, but a nice crunch with the wafer.
I don't know, it's really good, but I think the Knoppers is better.
Agree to disagree, agree to disagree.
Yeah, let me know which team you're on, Hanuta or Knoppers. We're gonna try 3 of the very famous chocolate brands, and the first one you picked out.
Because this is my favorite.
Which is?
Rittersport.
Rittersport Haselnuss. Yes. So hazelnut version of Rittersport.
So you go with this nice, oh God, boom.
Break it.
Break it, and then it's open, and you have these beautiful little sections. This is half of it, there's another half inside. I also love the selection you get with Rittersport. There's always different flavors, but as you can see, I'm obsessed with hazelnut, so we got the hazelnut flavor, and it comes with these shareable little chunks, or just like
little square
portion eating ones.
Go.
To me, this is the best German chocolate offered. Both. I like the brand Rittersport and I like the hazelnut.
I do like the brand. I think they do one of the best milk chocolate. I'm not choosing the hazelnut ever. However, we got this big one here from Milka as the main competitor. Obviously, they sell smaller ones, 100 gram, like the Rittersport 2. This one is 300.
Huge.
300 gram.
It was on sale, okay, guys?
And we got this one, Abe, to show it, because this is like 3 chocolates. A German child would think, oh, there's kind of like 3 chocolates in one. And This is my favorite from Milka, the Choco and Keks, which is chocolate and then some cookie in there, and again some milk layer. A little bit similar maybe to the Knoppers, but more on the chocolatey side.
You can see Phil's preference here with his milk cream inside.
This broke already. Wow, look at this nice piece. I really like when there's a little bit of cream stuff and crunchy stuff in a chocolate. So this one is pretty good. Let's go.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This is a little cheating with chocolate. It's more of a cookie. This style specifically.
I think that's why that only comes in a big one, because the smaller one, they can't fit that all in.
Yeah, the big cookie. Look at how cute this cow is on here. It's to show you it's Milka. It's got milk in there.
I never saw that.
What? How?
I never noticed that before.
I think they're all just on the big ones. I'm not gonna lie, Milka's really good too. It kind of melts in your mouth, at least the full niche, full milk. Just the milk chocolate versions really melt in your mouth for Milka, so they're also very good too.
And by the way, one of our first bigger German videos was Diana trying a lot of this stuff for the first time. That's been over 6 years ago.
This was the first time I ever visited Germany with you.
Yeah, and this is also the first time you're revisiting a couple of these.
Yeah, I haven't had some of these in like 6 years. It's crazy.
Anyway, another very popular brand of chocolate in Germany is this one, Merci.
This is from Stork, which is the same company that makes Knoppers.
Oh, okay.
Same German company, but weirdly it's in French.
And this one is a selection of singly wrapped bars, and this one also is very popular as a gift. Whenever you want like to give chocolate as a birthday or a Christmas gift, it's just like merci, a little merci, because it means thank you.
They even made these little small ones for Christmas that we gave.
Packed a little fancier. Wow. So there they are.
They look like an art set or a paint set.
I thought ammunition, but yeah.
Oh gosh.
Coffee and cream, marzipan, noisette, which is nougat.
Praline, there's dark mousse, there's Zana. This one's always such a hard decision, but I usually go for the almond one, right? I think I'm just into nuts. I really like nuts.
Alright, I'm getting a coffee and cream one, which is a little special because it's white on the back. Check it out.
Fancy.
And it has coffee flavor.
Coffee.
Wow. This feels like too much packaging for a little bar.
I love the nuts. Chocolate and nuts. Perfect combo.
What I think Merci is doing right, the standard milk chocolate flavor is distinctly different than Milka or Rittersport.
That's true.
And I really like it too.
But yeah, these are the 3 biggest chocolate brands probably that you can get, like normal, just like milk chocolate bars, but also a lot of these filled ones.
There is Lindt. It is Swiss, but I would say it's not worth the upcharge. And I think Milka, Rittersport, they're just as good, to be honest. And Lindt is usually double-ish the price, so we decided not to do that because that is not our favorite.
We go for the good Preis-Leistungsverhältnis chocolate when they're on sale.
Okay, before we go to the next one, we're gonna go a little hardier, a little palate cleanser as you just have seen. And speaking of Fanta, I want to mention one thing. Obviously, the yellow Fanta orange, the standard orange that every German loves. However, over the last couple of years, there has been a rise of the new best soft drink ever made, ever. Popularized by a lot of the kebab stalls in Germany. Yeah. It is this one.
Fanta Exotic deserves an award, in my opinion. I also have been conditioned. Whenever we have a doner kebab, I need a Fanta Exotic now. I don't know what it is. They always have them at the shops, at the kiosks, at the imbus, and
This has not been around when I grew up here, but we wanted to include this because I think taste-wise, this is the best soft drink in the world.
If you read it, it says orange, apple, and then peach. There's also, I think, maracuya, which is passion fruit.
It's like a very tropical fruit mix, and there has to be something like cocaine in there because that stuff is just way too good.
I need a doner kebab.
Dude, screw the old Fanta, this stuff is so good. We're going a little hardier now, away from the chocolate, and we're going with this one. The beefy roll.
Beefy Muss Mit.
Yes.
Beefy.
I feel like this was one of the first sentences you learned in German. We tried the original beefy in the past, and it's just a thin sausage with a little wrapper around it that you have to unwrap, and you can eat it. However, there are different versions. This one is in a bit of a bread dough roll. And oh my god, does it look fancy. Not really?
The only time I've ever eaten beefy is during our video filming. I don't think I've ever eaten a beefy off camera.
So let me break this. I wonder, is this Look at that. That looks really, really sad, to be honest.
The smell is very potent as well. It smells like pepperonis.
I think it's a pepperoni or salami, and
Yeah.
it's probably the worst quality of meat and bread that you can find. Well, let's see.
Yummy.
Awesome.
It tastes like a Lunchable. Like if you're from the US and you've ever had these like stacked Lunchables with these little pepperoni pizzas that you make, it tastes like that without the tomato sauce.
Do you like it?
It's okay.
You know what? You feel the afterburn? Because we picked a hot roll.
It's not
Beefy roll hot. It is a little spicy. Is this basically the German corn dog then?
I would be offended if you called this a corn dog.
Okay.
Next one is a very iconic German candy, and I like this version the best. There are thousands of variations of gummies in Germany, but this is my favorite.
Do you remember the slogan?
Haribo macht Kinder froh und erwachsen ebenso.
Yes, it's even on the packaging. It's very nice.
This is nostalgia for me because this feels like going to the movie theater as a kid. I always got like sour worms or something. But we would go to the Dollar Tree beforehand, get them and put them in our pockets, and I'd go to the movies.
There's probably a lot of different kinds of these gummy things, but there are two different ones. The bears that are very chewy, and then you have like the Smurf type of texture that rips better. I do like that better. They have Smurfs like that. They have like strawberries like that. I actually do prefer that a bit, but she does prefer these.
These are better.
With the sour.
They also make a peach version of this that's really good as well.
Back to the good stuff. And this one is, in my opinion, the best chocolate that we have here. I think it's better than any Milka, British Sport and whatever. And it's good old-fashioned Duplo, die wahrscheinlich längste Praline der Welt. What they say in advertisements. They're also way too much packaged. Like a...
Give me a cigarette.
There we go. I don't smoke, but I eat Duplo.
Duplo. I feel like it was also always Duplo versus Kinderschokolade.
What? It says tanzen das Leben. Du und ich zusammen sind wir groß. What? How many more of these?
Wow, that's how they
Du
get you.
und ich leben den Moment. We live in the moment.
Logan's.
How cool.
So show me the chocolate thing, please.
It looks like bark.
Yeah, it looks like bark. It has a bit of a pattern.
Oh.
There. Wafers on the inside, nutty texture, but more chocolatey than it looked. There we go.
All right, so this one has way more chocolate than Hanuta, and I think that's why you love it, but I think that's why I prefer Hanuta more. This is a way bigger chocolate ratio. This is almost like a chocolate bar, right?
Yeah, it is. But I do also like it because it's not all chocolate. It's, I think, most similar to Kit Kat, but I think it beats Kit Kat, hands down.
That's a really good comparison. Yeah, Kit Kat, but with hazelnut and way better. Give me a break.
Next one is a very basic one as well, and it is this one, the Leibniz Schoko Butterkeks. And these, without the chocolate, are very common actually. We always had the advertisements, nur echt mit 52 Zähnen.
Yeah, with 52 teeth. I'd forgotten about that.
And what they mean by that is these edges around there.
Edges.
So the standard one is just the wafer one on the inside, but they have them with the chocolate one. And this seems so simple and so old school with all these new candies coming out, but I think it's all you need. Just very simple, you know, simple stuff. Simple food doesn't have to be bad.
I think this is a good cracker cookie thing to chocolate ratio. These are really good. Like, I feel like if I crave these are awesome. I feel like every German has probably tried this at one point in their life, right?
Yes.
Or maybe just the Germans that I know. But if we're going with like kind of like a salty, sweet chocolate variation, this is my go-to. It's Schoko Krusties, and I know this is Nestle, which is a Swiss company, but they're super popular here. There's even these off-brand Aldi versions of all of these here, but these are hands down the best.
Two little bags in there, and if you open that,
have you ever had cornflakes covered in chocolate? Because this is
That's exactly
essentially what it is. So good, like I love it. I mean, they're just these little chocolate nugget balls.
the crunch.
They look like chocolate pine cones, but they taste so good. They're hands down like one of my favorite go-tos. I love them.
Yeah, and these bags go so quickly.
10 out of 10, if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend.
I agree. All right, we're going hearty because we needed to include one chips variation, potato chips, also very popular in Germany. What varies though is the flavor. We got this one, and they have the classic German flavor, paprika.
There is like salt and vinegar sometimes. There is,
Sour cream.
there's more of that stuff, but paprika is like the standard.
You don't smell the bag? If you open the bag,
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big chip person, so.
Me neither. That's why we tried to get a more interesting one, because this is also low fat. Funny
that doesn't mean anything.
60% less fat. See?
It's not that bad though.
You can taste it's less fat though.
You can get a lot of the standard like Lay's, Doritos, Takis, all of those brands here as well, which I think I would prefer and go for those more so. The one good thing about these is if you put them on your sandwich, on your toast sandwiches.
Dude, nobody in Germany does that.
Is that an American thing or is that just my dad? I feel like people...
When the first time I saw somebody putting potato chips on a sandwich.
Like a ham and cheese sandwich.
That's weird. I mean, it kind of works.
Especially with the toast bro that we have in the US because it gives some type of like crunch because like we don't have the rye bread all the time we're making sandwiches with.
Anyways, we wanted to just include that. I think chips is so deep of a topic we could go make a whole video about that, but paprika, try it if you're in Germany. All right, quick next one. This one also one of my absolute favorites. I think they're awesome and I think they're just as dangerous because they're so small and you can't stop eating them. It's Schokobons and it's basically the standard Kinder chocolate.
Which is also for a brand, but this is the German market Kinder products, and there's so many. Like Kinder is at every single German supermarket, and there's often advents calendars, and they can fill a whole calendar with different types of Kinder products. So these Schokobons are super iconic.
Yeah.
And these are very common in advents calendars and these Christmas calendars.
So they have this milk filling again, which the Kinder chocolates are famous for. And I actually do think that these bonbon shaped ones are better than the actual Kinder chocolate because you get a nice fully coated thing.
A nice ratio. You get more milk in it is what he's trying to say. You love this like milk cream that comes in a lot of these German chocolates.
I might, I think I do.
I think you do too.
Very dangerous, like when you get a bar of chocolate, you know it's 100 grams, you shouldn't eat more than that, that's already way too much.
But when you get a bag
But with
of
these, you just keep going.
Popping them in.
They are good though, they're really good.
All right, we have two more things of kind of the same category. We're going with the colder, dessertier stuff from the refrigerator section. And this one is actually Diana's favorite, Kinder Maxi King.
Yeah, so we had a very German discussion the other day with other people who grew up with Kinder Penguin, Kinder Maxi King.
Milchschnitte is the OG.
And I said that this one is hands down the best of these versions because it has the nuts.
It's kind of the fanciest.
Yeah. So you open it here at the top, and it's this chocolate turd looking thing.
And it's filled with that cold milk cream and caramel.
So it's filled with this cream, but then also this caramel, and then covered with plenty of hazelnuts and chocolate on the outside. And I think that's why I like this one the most. It has a nice texture variation with the harder chocolate, the nuts, and then the cream in the inside. This one to me is the best of all of these versions.
I do not think this is the best one. I think they are a little bit over the top. This is too sweet, too much stuff. So I actually think the Kinder Pinguin is slightly better, but I wanted to try something. This one, I don't think we had before. This is a Milka version of that. And it kind of like looks like a mix between like a Milchschnitte and a Kinder Pinguin. So we're just gonna open that and see if Milka can compete in this.
For the first time with you guys.
Doing this today, I feel like there's way too much packaging still. Companies tried to reduce packaging over the last whatever time, but this is still a lot. So many packed things, like every Schokobon packed in plastic.
A little Debbie.
A little Debbie.
It looks like a little Debbie.
Huh?
Look at that with some waves.
Okay, let's see if this can compete.
Whoa. It's like a brownie layer on the outside. Like not quite a cookie. The edge is chocolate, but there's also like this thin brownie like cookie cake texture, and then the cream.
Which sounds really good, but I think too dry.
I kind of dig the cookie layer though. That's nice to me. The Milchschnitte, it just like dissolves in your mouth. It just disappears in one like
sponge
bite.
thing, right?
This has a little more of a harder texture.
Actually not that bad. What would you?
Maxi King's still the best.
Yeah.
The king is here.
All right, so those were some of our favorite snacks and candies here in Germany. I think some of the best stuff that we had. And we made videos before we tried fancier stuff, modern stuff. And I think a lot of these old school OG ones are still some of the best.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun to come back because we don't eat candy every day, but it's fun to come back to some of these, and I haven't had some of these in years. But yeah, I think this is probably the best selection, right? That we've had in Germany, or that we like. Personal preferences, right?
If you want to see a German reaction to American candy, you can do that too. We made a video in the past about that, and I was surprised by how different the selection is in America. A lot of these things are internationally available, but also America has a whole different world of candy bars and snacks.
Definitely, definitely. And let us know your favorite snacks, candy from your country or Germany.
Maybe not too late to put them in your New Year's resolutions to try all of them and eat more candy in 2025.
Definitely. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.